I'm excited to welcome you to Motivating Moments. Your host tonight, Sean, is here to help you reach your highest potential by sharing stories, that inspire and fuel your inner positivity. Think of it like a power play where each episode gives you the advantage to overcome obstacles, score personal victories. The positivity we create here, it's contagious, passing to your friends, family, and community. Let's keep passing that positivity and shoot for a brighter, more positive future together. Wow, thank you, Christopher Walken impersonator. That was a great introduction. Everybody, welcome to season 1 of Motivating Moments. Tonight's guest is a superstar. She has the voice of an angel. So here's a couple things. You can go see her in Roatan from December to Easter at Infinity Bay. That's her residency. And I've been a friend of hers for over 5 years. She's an amazing person, and she is going to come and talk to us today. Everybody, Summer Dawn, welcome to the show.
Hi, Sean.
Hey.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, I'm so glad. You are actually the third episode and the first celebrity on the show.
Oh, lucky number 3, huh?
Yeah. All right. So first we'll talk about how we met. Being the big hockey fan I am, I watch all the Chicago Blackhawks games on the streaming service, and I don't know why. It was just so fortunate that they were showing when you were singing the anthem before, because they don't normally do that. They usually go to commercial. And I'm like,
Wow.
who is this person singing? She's so amazing. It's
Oh,
like Martina McBride.
that's a huge
So I
compliment. Thank
looked
you.
you up. I Googled you 10 years ago. And now here we are today.
I know. I love
You're on
it.
my podcast.
I feel so special, Sean. Thank you.
And I'm sorry I never went to Phoenix for your residency at the steakhouse. What was the steakhouse?
Oh, I was Mastro Steakhouse.
Yeah.
That was fun. I was singing 5 nights a week there. And sometimes I do a solo set with just me on the piano, but normally be me and another guy or another girl singing. So it would be long nights too, Sean. We start at like 7 and end at like 1 in the morning sometimes. It was a lot of fun.
I can't believe I did not go to that.
I know you would have had so much fun.
I
Everybody
mean,
sits around the piano and just
wow.
keeps on shooting out requests for the piano player. And it's sometimes it's fun because we get $100 tip and like play Piano Man for the 10th time. We're like, all right, let's go. So what I really like enjoying doing now with music is right after COVID hit the island of Rotan where I live, a lot of the restaurants and places kind of shut down for their entertainment. So I unfortunately was only available during the high season. So in that time, I started doing Twitch, and now that's what I do every single week on Wednesdays. And we go on for 4 hours in a row, and it's a very intimate space. I know you've been on it, and you get to request songs, and we just have a lot of fun. There's lots of theme nights, and especially this month since it's Halloween, we're doing different Halloween costumes. And I don't know if you like Deadpool or not. Are you a Deadpool fan?
I am a Deadpool fan.
I'm a huge Deadpool fan. Like I ordered several different outfits for my Deadpool Halloween costume, and I can't wait for you to see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And speaking of like the costume too, I also got an underwater Deadpool scuba suit. So I can go scuba diving in a Deadpool suit. I know, right? It's like, what?
Is
Diving with
this
Deadpool.
is this your transition into Warfighter?
Yeah, it is
Want to talk
actually.
about it?
Sure. So back in 2017, my husband is a Marine and he discovered how much fun he was having doing scuba diving when we moved to the island. And so in 2017, we had both quit drinking alcohol, and he wanted to find another outlet to, release tension and the PTSD that he was having from, the combat, mental stuff he's been through in over in Iraq and also, just other places. So he decided to put together a nonprofit called Warfighter Scuba. And what it does is it helps the combat wounded veterans with Purple Hearts. It helps them with scuba therapy. And it sounds like it would be a kind of terrifying thing to do for most people, but it's actually once you get past that first initial, like maybe 1 minute of feeling that, scuba equipment on you and breathing through a regulator, it is the most peaceful thing you will ever experience in your life. And for these guys that, some is missing a leg, one of them is missing an arm, that got blown off in combat, that's the first time they felt weightless underwater. So it's just such a freeing experience for them. And almost every single one of them that has come through the program here on Roatan, we've become like family, Sean. We talk all the time. They come for repeat visits on their own money because we actually fund the entire trip. So we pay for their air flights, or sorry, round trip airfare, and we pay for 7 night stay at Infinity Bay too. So they get to hear me sing if they want. And we also pay for all their food and drinks and the scuba certification. So it's a really great program, and we're kind of trying to raise awareness of that right now. We've been operating since 2017, and so how many years is that, Sean? 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oh, lucky number seven. Did I do the math
That's
right?
right. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So yeah,
One of-
we're just,
oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was just going to say that one of my future guests, he also has a Purple Heart from Afghanistan. So I'll have to connect him with you.
Wouldn't that be so cool to have
Yeah.
him go through the program and then have him on your podcast?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. He
And then
just retired. I think it was last year because I was at his retirement in Ohio.
that's perfect. That's
Yeah.
perfect. And you're allowed to bring a spouse or a family member or a friend with you. And all we ask is that you just cover their airfare and then everything else is included. So he
Oh
could
yeah, Mary will
technically
definitely go.
bring you. Ah!
No, he has to bring his wife.
Aw. Well, that's a good thing because we really focus on marriages because a lot, I don't know if you know this about the veteran community, but a lot of veteran marriages usually end up in divorce.
I
And it's
believe it.
because of all the trauma that they've been through and, just the culture around it. And so we, with Warfighter Scuba, we really focus in on bringing couples together through scuba because when you're going through such an incredible experience like that, which could be life or death, not really life or death, but you feel it kind of like at the time, right? There could be something that goes wrong. But if you go through it with that person, you have a bond that you're not going to have with anybody else, And so we want to create that bond with marriages and with families and to have a dive buddy for life.
That's so great. This is what the podcast is all about.
Yeah.
It's about those stories and those mental health feelings.
Yes. Yes. So speaking on the mental health part of it for the veterans, they open up finally because they've been holding a lot of stuff in. And once you get that physical release of being free and underwater and just feeling like, oh, it's like you're flying, Sean. It's incredible. And so once they feel that kind of release, they start to open up their feelings. And, Nick being a Marine and been in the service and gone through the worst of the worst, he can really relate to them on that level. And then me, I can relate to the wives or their family members on what it's like to be with someone that's been in the service and, all the ups and downs and how to kind of, guide them through that. So it's really just a incredible program for mental health.
Did you want to push your Twitch?
Oh, yeah. So talking about mental health too, this will give you
Yeah.
a like seriously a dopamine burst.
Oh, definitely.
Right?
Like
Because
when you
every
sing, oh my goodness, so many. When you sing Foolish Games or
oh
Total Eclipse of the Heart,
yes.
people, I'm I'm tentative because I can ask you anytime. Just hey, can you sing this? So I kind of hold back
Oh,
because I
don't
want to
hold
give
back.
other people a chance to ask if they're new on your channel. I want them to ask. So then when I say, "Oh, hey, can you sing Dreams?" People are just like, "Man, Sha Dynasty has like the best taste in music." I was like, "Oh, okay, thank
You
you.
do.
I'm not. I don't have to be embarrassed.
You're
I'm
kind of
so
famous over
genuine."
there. I have to admit, you
Oh,
are. I brag about you a lot. So,
yeah. I wish
yeah,
I could dial in more, but it's when I'm at work saving
I
the world.
know. I know you're incredible. I love it. But yeah, the community there is unlike any other. Twitch's music scene, the community there is not toxic. Everybody's friendly. Everybody's looking out for each other. If you're lonely and you just want to talk to somebody, I always acknowledge everybody in the chat and you can tell me what's going wrong with your day. And everybody in the chat starts helping out people through it, you know? You can actually virtually hug people in the stream, which I think is so neat. And I don't know, it just brings people together in a way that only music can. And I think it's great for mental health people that are suffering from depression or loneliness. You have a community right there that you can go to every week. And I mean, it's helped me a lot with my mental, um, what are we, what was it, what would it, was the word for it? Mental, what?
Well-being.
Mental well-being. Yes. So with my mental well-being, it's helped a lot because sometimes I'll wake up and I'm just like, oh, I don't even want to get out of bed, Sean. I have no reason to feel sad or angry or anything, but sometimes, it just gets the best of us. And once you feel that urge to like, okay, fine, I'll get out of bed and I'll go and be with my community and sing. I feel like I'm on top of the world. And I know they all do too, because that's my purpose every time. Before I go on a show, I pray and I just pray that everybody on there would feel the love that I'm trying to show them through the screen and that everybody would leave feeling better. So I do that every single time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you did that before every show.
I do. I do. I have a yoga mat right over there and I'll do my morning yoga every single day. And I actually have a Discord that I put in the workouts that I do every single day. And at the very end, I'll lay down flat on the mat and then I'll pray and I'll just like say what I want to happen for that stream and who, maybe somebody's going through the stream. And so I'll pray for that person. And, it's just, I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm doing something special and it makes them feel special.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Um,
And remember, I'm so glad you switched platforms.
yes.
You used to do it somewhere else. We won't mention their name because we don't want
No,
to give them free advertising.
no, we
But
don't.
they would always mute you when you did
I
Taylor Swift
know.
songs.
I know. Those were the best ones too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's actually how we reconnected on that
Mm-hmm.
platform. And yes, we would be from the Grand Roatan, which now Sean is the Grand Kimpton.
Mm-hmm.
And it's completely changed. So they don't even have that beach area where I used to sing it. So
Oh, I
it's
was going to ask you about that.
yeah, it's completely changed.
I
So
never got to see it.
I know. Yeah. So they only have me there for like super special events like Christmas Eve or New Year's. And yeah, it's fun though. It's a fancy, fancy place. So once in a while, I'm over there too at the Grand Roatan.
I
Kimpton.
remember the first time tuning into that. I was actually, oh my goodness. You know when it was? It was March of 2020, I think.
Really? Oh my gosh.
No, that can't be. It had to have been March of 2019.
Yeah, I
It
think
wasn't
it
during
was.
COVID.
It
Okay,
wasn't
so it was
during
March of
COVID.
2019.
Yeah.
I was working the Players Championship, TPC Sawgrass, and I just tuned in. I was like, finally, because I've been like
Yes.
trying to go to your shows for 5 years. And remember when the Super Bowl was in Phoenix?
Yes.
All my friends that were gonna go to the Super Bowl, I said, well, you gotta go. What was it, Mario's
Um,
Steakhouse?
Mastro Steakhouse.
Mastro's Steakhouse. It's like you gotta
Yeah.
go to Mastro's because Summer Dawn's gonna be there. And he got
Oh.
all excited and he ended up not going to the Super Bowl either, my buddy. Oh man. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's okay. I'm sure I will come down and see you eventually.
I hope so. You are welcome here
Yeah.
anytime. And I'd love
Oh,
to
thank
take
you.
you for a try scuba dive because,
Yeah, I've
Sean,
never done it.
I'm an instructor now. Do you see my certificate?
Yeah, I can
Actually,
see
it's
it
kind of
by the M.
okay, good. Yeah. So I've been open water certified since last November, I believe. Oh my gosh, it's almost been a year.
Wow.
And I'm addicted to teaching now. I love teaching scuba. So if you come, I will do that all for free. We got it on record now. So there's no goes
Okay.
going back.
Okay. I'm sure I will teach you something
You don't have
to
to
pay
do
it
anything
back.
in exchange. You just
Yeah.
being here is everything I need. And it's so nice to see your
Okay.
face. And that's what I miss about like just Twitch. Like I can't see your actual face, but I can just picture it. So this is good
But
stuff.
you know what I look like because
Yes.
uh, I send you pictures.
You actually won an award when I was singing on that other platform. That's how I saw your picture first. And I got to put your picture up with a little gold trophy. And I believe you're at the golf course. That's what the
Okay,
picture
that's
you
when I
sent
lived
me.
in Panama City.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh,
don't
and
know
we
how
did
I
a whole
won. I
no, we did
think,
a whole story on you, remember? Like we
yeah,
did
I
a
don't know how I
write-up.
won. I think the person that was ahead of me let me win.
Really? That's so sweet. See, what a great community. I love it. And they
Yeah,
followed a bunch of them followed over from that platform to Twitch. So,
because I wasn't trying to win.
aw. Of course.
But
You're one of my favorites, so of course you
oh,
won.
thank you. I just read this book by Jim Murphy, Inner Excellence, and he just talks about the mindset of just focusing on the process. Don't focus on the results. And I didn't even realize it, but that's what I was doing back at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just focus on the results, then you will
What?
fail. Focus on the process, and the results will prove to you that your process is good.
Well, tell me some more if you have time, a little bit more about what you're learning right now.
I can tell you that the people I am learning from, they're going to come on as future guests. We have a financial strategist, and I met her when I was stationed at Wright Pat. She's so amazing. She loves Shania Twain, and
Yes.
that's why we're still friends because we talk about Shania Twain.
Yeah.
And when I was on a call with her, maybe like 2 months ago or 1 month ago, the first thing she said to me was, I still remember when you went up to Shania Twain and recorded her wishing me a happy birthday. And that was like in 2014. I think that's the last time I saw Shania
Oh,
in person.
that's so cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I'm
That was
so
so
proud of
nice
you
of
and all the
you.
stuff that you're doing. I know this is supposed to be about me, but seriously, you have done so many awesome things, and I'm so proud of you, Sean.
You are?
Yes, I'm so proud of you. You're always constantly progressing, and that's what I love about you. You're never stagnant. You're always finding the next thing to do and to up your career and to up your personality, and you just keep getting better and better. I love that about you.
That's so great of you for saying that because sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough.
Oh, don't think that way. You're doing so much, and you're
Hmm.
impressing the heck out of me.
Yeah, the reason why, and I don't think I explained this in the last episode. I try to explain it every episode in case it's the first episode for new fans. The reason why I started this is because I had an incident this summer where something very, very like minor happened to me, but it
Mm,
just threw off my whole week of fun events.
yeah.
And I was so distraught for like 24 hours. And then I realized now I'm free to do whatever I want. And I found other activities that I enjoyed at the same time. I got to go support Emily at her show in
Yeah,
Annapolis.
I saw
So
that.
I was still gonna go to one of the shows, but it freed up my whole day so I could go to two of her shows. And then I went with her to two other shows to see her friends because I hadn't seen her since before COVID. It just made me realize. And when my friend Ricky comes on, he'll talk about how when something happens to you, you can't really define if it is a good thing or a bad thing. You just have to be neutral about it because
Mhm.
you don't know at the time if it's good or if it's bad.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that until he taught me that.
That and you just taught me that, so thank you.
We need to learn about this together. His
I know.
friend wrote Inner Excellence. They
Yeah.
played minor league baseball together.
Oh, nice.
And the
Inner
crazy
excellence.
thing,
Okay.
I'll text it to you.
Oh, thank
I'll
you.
even put a link in the description. Of course,
Perfect.
it'll be under the link for your Twitch community. And under that will be uh, my ad. This is the perfect time for a commercial.
Yeah.
So, just really quick, guys. I found this supplement company through Phil Mickelson. It's called For Wellness. These supplements are the good stuff. It's got collagen, MCT powder, it's got cinnamon, L-theanine, Himalayan salt, and he just puts it in his coffee and he does a tablespoon every morning in his coffee. He hasn't gotten sick in 12 years. He used to get sick probably 4 times a year. I know it works because he has the record for oldest player to win a major. He was 50 years old when he won the 2021 PGA Championship.
Wow.
He was
Wow.
beating people in their 20s and 30s. Uh, I'll even throw in the picture at the
Yeah.
end of me and Phil holding this box. Because
I love it.
I know a lot of my fans just want to hear the stories behind the stories. They're like, oh, how did you
Yes.
meet Taylor Swift? How did you meet Phil Mickelson? How did you meet
Mhm.
Summer Dawn? Yeah. Well, we will share those stories eventually. So
And you have a lot of them too.
I
So,
know it's so crazy. 80 years of life in 40 years. So if you guys just click on the link below, you'll get 25% off your first order. And then if you don't like it, then you can cancel. But it's this box has 30 servings. It was $30. Super easy. Yeah. I'm sure Phil will appreciate your business. Okay.
sign me up. That sounds good.
Yeah, let's see if they deliver it to Rotan.
Well, we have a shipping address in Miami, and then we've got to wait another 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks for it to get here on a boat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
So
we do
that's how
have
it works.
Amazon, but most of the time we just ask friends. Like when I ask you to come and visit me, I'm going to ask you to bring a bunch of stuff too.
Okay. I will
Oh,
pack suitcases for you.
I have one more thing that I want to promote on your channel because this is something super important to me. So you have heard me sing the song "A Little Goes a Wrong Way" probably several times. It's up on Spotify right now and all music platforms. But actually, me and Ryan Green, who is one of the head engineers at Nickelodeon, he decided he really wanted to push this song. So he went and remastered it. And
Really?
he got one of the guitar players from Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill. The name is not coming to me right now, but one of the guitarists or bassists from that album is on my song. So he sent me the final master, and now we're just waiting for the right time for me to fly out to California and film the music video, Sean. There's gonna be
There's
a
a
music
music
video.
video
Gonna be one in LA.
in
And we're gonna
LA? You
yeah.
know the episode 2, he lives in LA.
Really? Nice.
Yeah. Do you need a 6'5" guy that looks like Jason Momoa to be in the
I'm
music video?
holy, I wouldn't deny it. Let's happening,
All
of
right.
course.
Yeah. I'll
Something
give
for
you
the
his
ladies to look
Instagram.
at.
Yeah.
We're actually going to ask different because he's really well known in the music industry, and he's going to ask several different musicians that are somewhat of status to be in the video. So it's just going to be basically studio work. So I'll be singing like with my headphones on like this into a microphone. We're going to have a really beautiful girl playing the banjo, and then several different other like the guy from Alanis Morissette, he'll be in the video as well. And we just need to find a really good drummer and a really good bassist, and then I think we're set. And then we got
Nice.
the storyline all plotted out, and yeah, going to Hollywood again. I can't
That's
wait
so
for that to be
cool.
released.
All
So
all the
that
good drummers I
said,
know are in Nashville.
I know, right? Well, maybe we'll have to fly one in. But that being said, if you want to hear the song before it was mastered, it's still available up only for possibly one more week.
Oh,
And
so by the time I post this on
okay,
Saturday,
so maybe I'll
how
make
many
it two
days
weeks.
left?
Okay, how about we'll wait a couple weeks before
Yeah?
I have to take it down. So I'm either going to have to take it down or I'm going to have to re-release the song. I'm not sure
Okay.
which one is going to be available yet. But just in case, if you want to hear the original version of it, it's available on all music platforms. And you can also go to my website, summerdawnmusic.com, and you can listen to it there as well for
Thank
free.
you. We are
Yeah.
going to definitely post that in the comments. Uh, we have 6 minutes left. If you want to
Okay.
cut it now, you can.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't want to keep you too long, or we
Oh
can
no.
keep talking.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because if not, then we can just cut it at that.
Yeah.
Um, or do you
And
want
if
me to give
people are, go ahead.
you a more polished ending?
Oh, you don't have to. I'm really bad at editing these things. That's why I'm practicing. This
Oh,
is
you're
my forte. We have a very limited budget. We only had $60 to give Pat Foley, and
wow.
he declined. He did not
Ah,
want to be on the podcast.
why?
Yeah, that's
Maybe he just
okay. That's okay because we got Christopher Walken impersonator
yes,
instead.
that's right. You
Yeah,
can hang your clothes in me, Christopher Walken closet.
yeah.
Finally.
I'm looking at your. I've got your Spotify up here right now. Your Instagram, your YouTube, your Facebook. It's okay if I put all of those in the
I would
comments.
love for you to do that. I am very active on Instagram. That's probably where you're going to see me the most, because not so much in the post, but in the stories. I like
Hmm.
to just document literally everything that I'm doing because I live on this island and it's so gorgeous. I would want everybody to see it.
Yes.
So, especially for those that can't come down, I'll just give you guys a point of view of looking out into the ocean, and all the scuba diving as well. So, yeah, check me out.
Yeah.
Instagram.com/Summer Dawn Music. What?
Thank you. My Instagram story today was kind of more baseball related. We don't really
Yeah.
like to talk about sports too much on the podcast because we could talk about sports all day. But I
Yeah.
am wearing this jersey because the night we filmed this, the Mets eliminated the Phillies in the National League Division Series. So
Nice.
I had to support them.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I just want to say, like, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Well, I think it's a good thing because now I don't have to go to game 5 on Friday and spend
Yeah.
$500, which
$500.
would have been in the past because this is going to air Saturday.
Hmm. That's crazy. Your
Yeah, I
seats
was
must be
so
very
worried.
good if you're paying $500 for
It's
that.
because it's playoffs and it's secondary market.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they take a $100 ticket and sell for $500. Yeah, you can wait for the game to start. It'll probably go down to 250.
There you go. That's a good idea. Oh my gosh. You know what? The most terrified I've ever been doing the national anthem was at a Diamondbacks baseball game.
I think I watched that one too.
Yeah. We had like, I didn't know that there was going to be rockets actually going off. So there's actually, when you sing the anthem, wherever you're singing at, like in the Coyote Stadium, or um the when I sing for the Phoenix Suns, then the Diamondbacks, there's always like a 2 to 3 second delay on your voice. So I'm going, oh say can. That's what you're hearing back in the speakers. So you have this one tiny little monitor in front of you, and that's what you have to go off based off of, like, all the surrounding noise. And then you look up at the jumbotron and you see your mouth is not lining up with what you're singing. So you just got to be like focused, and you've got to sing exactly what the words are, and it's so hard to forget the words. And thank God, knock on wood. Hold on, I have not forgotten any of the lyrics or messed them up yet.
Yeah, you would think they would warn you about those
Oh,
rockets.
they didn't, and they don't warn you about the 2 second delay until right before you go up. Oh, if there's a 2 second delay, beware. What? Most people would be like, "What's that?" You know. Then they start singing and then echoing behind them what they're just saying. Oh my gosh, that's probably the most terrified is to sing the national anthem in front of everybody. And the one you saw specifically, the Blackhawks game, those Blackhawk fans, they are so awesome because they are so loud and they cheer the entire time during the national anthem. So that's all I heard was, woo, yeah, like just cheering, cheering, cheering. And I felt like I was at a rock concert. And I was like, oh,
I remember
sick.
that.
It
I
just
think
felt
it
so incredible.
was 2002 was my first Hawks game,
Mm,
and I did not expect that. And
yeah.
everyone starts clapping and screaming, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Do they do this every game?" Yes, they do it every game.
That was my first time singing the anthem there. And then I was their I repeat anthem singer like every other week whenever they were there. But that was my first time singing the anthem, and they were screaming so loud. I'm like,
Well,
I can't hear myself.
there are enough snowbirds down there to make enough
Yeah.
noise. That's
Oh yeah.
crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy fun and crazy scary.
Did you know that? And we have 1 minute left. Did
Okay.
you know that the Arizona Coyotes are now the Utah Hockey Club?
What? Are you
Yeah,
kidding
someone
me?
just, I didn't even, it hit us by surprise. It was like the season's over. The Coyotes don't have a rink anymore. They're playing at Arizona State University.
Oh my
And then the
gosh.
next day, oh, some guy bought the team and moved them to Utah.
Oh my gosh, why Utah?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I know. So I'm gonna
Everything
go
was
next year.
yeah.
Hey, Summer Dawn, it was so great to catch up with you and to hear about all your initiatives. I think we need to do this more often.
I
I'd
do
love to have you
too.
back on the show. Thank you
Thank
so much.
you. Thank you, Sean.